Jansen's Biggie, weighing 2.4 kilos, totally dehydrated, famished and stressed, thirstily drinks water with ever-increasing gusto. Free Willy, a lot smaller at 1.2 kilos, and quite restless despite the stress, takes in water at an even faster rate. These two anteaters have been held in captivity for almost a week without food or water. Jansen's Biggie and Free Willy tell the story of the pangolin in Nigeria. Itoku, a sprawling market in the centre of Abeokuta, capital of Ogun State in southwest Nigeria. Jansen's Biggie and Free Willy were rescued from a section of the market where traditional medicine ingredients, animal parts and live animals, including pangolins, are sold openly. Acting on a tip-off, conservationists went to the market. After intense negotiation, the team paid about 18,000 naira, that's about $50, to buy the pangolins. A third and much smaller pangolin had died. The trader said hot water was accidentally poured on the mammal. Nobody in this market is aware that pangolins are an endangered species. This is business as usual in a region steeped in tradition and culture, where age-old beliefs and customs hold sway. Traditional medicine enjoys tremendous patronage here, as in many parts of Africa and Asia. In China, pangolin scales are officially allowed in traditional medicine.
2 of the continent's 4 species are now one step closer to extinction. The giant ground pangolin and the white-bellied pangolin are now listed as endangered on the latest International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List. Both the species are indigenous to, amongst others, Nigeria. And like in South Africa, one of their major threats is poaching. In Nigeria, it's a federal offense to trade, possess, or even kill pangolins.
You can't apply Western-style laws in a situation like we have. You want to send police to raid the markets and arrest women who have been in a trade they inherited from their ancestors, or hunters who will tell you we are from the hunting family, and we've been doing it for years.
Jansen's Biggie and Free Willy were lucky to have been rescued and taken to a university zoo park in Abeokuta, where they were released into an environment that resembles their natural habitat. The younger pangolin, Free Willy, named because of his restless nature, quickly recognises freedom and cannot resist the urge to roam free. Jansen's Biggie, more of a recluse, probably as a result of stress, is less active. Both are males. These two, as we've said, were lucky to have been rescued. The same cannot be said for thousands of pangolins that have been poached from the rainforests of Africa and traded across to mainly China. There have been a total of 4 seizures of pangolin scales, totalling about 100 metric tons, all emanating from Nigeria. There were 2 seizures in Singapore. Nigerian customs officials intercepted 1,500 kilos of pangolin scales at the Port Harcourt Airport. Destination, China. Inside China itself, in the Wenzhou-Zhejiang region, 23 metric tons of scales were seized after months of investigation. 23 tons means an estimated 50,000 pangolins were killed to extract the scales. Smoked pangolin meat, a delicacy in countries of Central and West Africa, including Nigeria, where it is classified bushmeat for pepper soup. In China, pangolin meat is savoured by only the rich. A shocking discovery for members of Uganda's pangolin clan. Pangolin is totem for one of the 56 clans of Uganda's Buganda people. The wife of a Ugandan army general on a delegation to China recounts an experience she had in her hotel. She was served a meal with pangolin meat. Intuition, or curiosity, made her ask the waiter what the nice tasty meal was. "Pangolin," replied the waiter. Horror. The general's wife is from the Pangolin clan, and it's taboo to eat pangolin. According to her, a pangolin meal in China costs between $75 and $150. Addressing a meeting of the Pangolin clan in Kampala, the Ugandan capital, she pleads with the Chinese to leave African pangolins alone. We are so few, so they should stop hunting us, she says. The African Pangolin Working Group, APWG, of South Africa, probably the continent's sole authority with in-depth knowledge of the African pangolin, the Pangolin Conservation Working Group Nigeria, CBS Radio Kampala, the Uganda Wildlife Education Centre in Entebbe, and Afrinet, owners of Cowrie 97.5 FM radio in Abeokuta, are joined in this Pan-African collaboration to save the pangolin and enlist hundreds of thousands of people across the continent as friends of this small, non-furry mammal.
Please join us in our Save the Pangolin campaign. We can do amazing things together.
Before our very eyes, these animals are going extinct. So there's a need for us to do something. There's a need for us to change our attitude to our environment. The pangolins are found in our environment. There's a need to protect our environment. Now, if anything is lost in the ecosystem, it bounces back on us as humans. We are gradually creating our own extinction.
The chief custodian of masquerades in the greater Abeokuta region of southwest Nigeria. He gives the orders for when masquerades are to stream out in the region to celebrate the annual Masquerade Festival.
We have to give the people the right kind of information they need for their process of development. We also have to educate them. And we're using the right instruments, the traditional institutions and the cultural institutions.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni a gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí àwọn ẹranko igbó kó parun. Nípa ìdí èyí, òun ni egungun àká tó máa jẹ́ ìyàlẹ́nu fún gbogbo èèyàn tó máa jáde ní February 15.
The festival runs from January to August every year, and there's a landmark outing in 2020. The year 2020 is going to be a bit different. A new masquerade will come from above and join the others. The Pangolin Masquerade will thereafter appear every third Saturday in February of every year to mark World Pangolin Day. The amphitheatre of the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library is where the Pangolin Masquerade will appear for the very first time on February 15th, 2020.